So for today, we are going to be talking about how to purchase your first fixer-upper. Thank you for voting. I know I put this on my story and I have to say it was really close. It was only one difference between this and which bedrooms in your house to renovate to bring you the most profit on a resale. So maybe we'll do that one at a later date, but today we're going to talk about fixer-uppers. If you guys don't know, my name is Savannah Shepard, broker of Sell State Vision Realty, and as I always say, if you know of anyone looking to buy a home, sell a house, invest in real estate, or start their real estate journey, I would love the opportunity to personally talk with them. So let's get into investment talking. This is one of my most favorite conversations because I enjoy it myself. I have done multiple properties. I've either flipped them and done a fixer-upper type of deal, put them on the market, or kept them as rentals. So when it comes to a fixer-upper, you have many options. In fact, I'm holding this today because there's so much I want to talk about, but I don't want to keep you forever, so I have to keep myself on target. I have all my notes here, but at the same time, let me know if you're watching this and if you truly are interested in doing this yourself. Reach out to me because this is such a huge conversation. There's so much I can tell you. I'm just going to touch on about 5 different topics. And then, like I say, questions, ask me or comment below. I do keep up with this. So, number 1, how do I find a fixer-upper? Well, there's 3 different ways that I go about this. 1, contact a local real estate agent. Guys, they know what's happening in the market. They know things that hit the market before, I was gonna say you and I, but I'm a realtor, so I guess I do know. But before you would know when it hits the market. So reach out to a local real estate agent, let them know, hey, listen, I'm an investor, I'm looking to invest in the area. If you see something hit the market or before it hits the market, if you find out about it and it would be a good investment property, a fixer-upper, a house in need of repairs, would you please call me? Would you please let me know? Do that, reach out to multiple real estate agents, let them know, keep them, or at least have one looking for you where that is their purpose. They're looking for you because they see these things before you are going to see them. That's number 1. Number 2, see properties that don't actually hit the market in a traditional sense. Go to your county website. So if you're in Charlotte County, for instance, you're going to go to your Charlotte County website and look for properties that are in foreclosure. Those are going to come up on the website. You'll have to go through the process. Some counties, very few, but some still meet in person. Most do those auctions online. That's something you're going to want to be fully prepared for, learn the system, and then start doing auctions online. Those are properties that you can go in. Again, there's a lot of things. If that's the route you're going to take, a lot of warnings I would want to give you, but that's just, one option. And then your third option is going to be find them completely on your own. You're driving, you see a house, it looks abandoned, no one's living there, do some research, find out who the owners are, write them a letter, find them on Facebook. I mean, nowadays there's so many options. Try to reach out to them and let them know I'm interested in the property. I would be willing to make an offer. Is it something you're looking to sell? The thing is, if it's sitting abandoned, they're paying taxes or not, and they're going to either lose the house or they don't have a lot of care for it and it's something that they just want to get taken off their hands. You can do it and it's a great opportunity. So those are 3 ideas on how to purchase a fixer-upper. So now you found this property, you're excited, and you're looking to purchase it. What does a contract look like? Again, I'm not going to go through all the details on that contract, but one thing I would suggest is don't forgo the inspection period. I completely understand. You are purchasing this property to fix it up, right? So you're not going to be really concerned with what's wrong with it, knowing that you're coming in to fix it. However, there are some large items that if they are a problem, it's not going to be a good investment. For instance, let's say that sewer's coming in the city and they're going to put a $25,000 sewer bill on you. You have an inspection period to do that due diligence and find out. Let's say the roof needs to be completely replaced and that's a 2,000 square foot house, I don't know, $15,000. And that could just blow your budget out. And you can't just do a couple small repairs. So you need to know these things. What I suggest is do a short inspection period. I understand we want to make this attractive for the seller as well in order for them to take our offer. Do like a 5-day inspection period. Hopefully your contractor can go out and see the house with you, or at least you yourself hire an inspection company. You have 2 options. 1, I would at least get a 4-point inspection. That's going to cover your roof, your plumbing, your electric, which would be, the plumbing would include your hot water heater, and then lastly your AC. Those are really going to be your large items. Aside from a septic and well situation coming up, those will be your largest items. And items that have to be taken care of when you go to sell it, especially if they're getting a loan. There's no options. Those have to be taken care of. So it's good to know, okay, the roof's in good condition. When I go to resell it, they can get insurance. That's not going to be a problem. AC's in good, plumbing, electric, all those things are in good condition. Now at the same time, you could also get a full home inspection. Full home inspection, let's say it's going to run between $400 and $500 versus you're probably looking about $100 for a 4-point inspection. However, it's an investment. You're putting it towards your investment and you're just securing that it's a good investment. So if you were to get a full inspection, it's going to have every little thing in there. This window doesn't open correct, this door cracks, this tile's cracked. All these little things that I get, you don't care about because you're doing a flip, you're going to fix it up. But it also is kind of your list of things that need to be done. So it's a convenience, and then if there is something, I don't know, all the windows have issues, well then that can get pricey. Then you can kind of take some of those things out of there too. So I would suggest do not forgo the inspection period, even though you do plan to fix it. That's how you get your properties, and then there's your inspection period. Thirdly, I would say know your budget, but even more so than know your budget, know the equation that works for you. So you sit down in someone's office and you're looking to invest in the stocks. They're going to ask you, what's your comfort level? Where are you at on your comfort level? Do you want to be a little bit risky? Do you not want to be risky? You have to ask yourself this, or sit down with me and I'll ask you. But you need to ask yourself, where is my comfort level? So if I can purchase this house for $200,000 and I know I can sell it for $250,000, but I have to put 30 grand into it and I'm going to make a profit of 20 grand. Are you comfortable with that? Because something may come up and it ends up being another 10 grand. Something may not come up. You never know, but what is your comfort level? How close are you willing to get? Me personally, I want to know I can at least make 25 grand on a property. Because if something large comes up and it knocks 10 grand out of my profit, I'm still making 15. I'm not gonna go crazy over that, but it's also not horrible. At least I made money. So, but I feel like 25 is my profit. Now I do have some of my investors that say, listen, if I can make 15 on a property, I'm fine. And they're willing to take the risk that if something comes up that costs 10 grand, they're gonna make 5. But they're willing to take that risk, which is going to enable them to get more properties. So there's pros and cons there, but do this with yourself. Sit down before you start investing. Start looking. You will drive yourself crazy if you don't nail down what you're looking for, where you're looking for, and know your guidelines. Here's the deal. When you're online and you're doing these auctions and, oh my goodness, he's paying more than 5,000 more. Well, I'm going to raise it 5,000 more. It helps you stay on target because even before you enter that auction, you know this is where I will exit. If it goes past this number, I am done. I'm not getting my emotions involved. Just because Freddie over here wants to give an extra 20 grand doesn't mean I'm giving an extra 25. It means I'm willing to walk away. So you have to be real with yourself, know what those numbers are, know what your equation is, and I promise that will help you so much in the long run. Because if you don't, you will get run over and you'll end up spending more money than you had intended on a property. And then when you go to sell it, sometimes the profit's not even there. I mean, God forbid you're in the negative. I don't want that happening. So those are some tips. One other one that I did want to mention on here, you get your property, you're doing your repairs, you've got contacts for all of this, have a contractor if you're not doing it yourself. But last but not least, just know it doesn't have to be cash. I mean, we live in a day and age where money is cheap. It is easy to get money, and there are so many investors. I've got people from Texas and California calling me all the time saying, hey, we've got money. When are you doing your next investment property? Money, you can get it easily, especially if you have a past doing investment properties or, I mean, any sort of past in real estate whatsoever. They will give you this money, and then you can borrow it. So don't limit yourself. Just because you don't have $100,000 sitting in the cash easily accessible doesn't mean you can't be looking at these properties. Now, that said, don't waste your time and look for them before you've had the needed conversations with a lender. Reach out to these lenders, ask them, hey, what's your criteria? Would I personally fit that criteria? And if they tell you absolutely, yes, we would love to go into business with you, then you know, okay, this is something I can do. I will look for these properties. Now again, know your numbers. If they're gonna charge you 7% interest, You need to know this property is in a very rough shape. It's going to take me 6 months. That this is how much the interest is going to cost. Add that onto your cost for the remodel and make sure your profit is still there. So you have to calculate that. I don't want you going negative. That's important. So make sure and calculate that. But then you have an opportunity to do an investment property, whereas beforehand you're waiting 5 years to be able to save the money. So just know it does not have to be cash. They even have loans nowadays that can help you in the remodel. So guys, I just like skimmed the surface on all of those things. There is so much information. And if you can't tell, I am super passionate about this. I love it. Like I said, I've personally done multiple properties. I'm working on several right now, and I've kept some as rentals. I love it because there's so many options. You can use them as a rental, you can keep it as a flip, keep it yourself, whatever you want to do. It opens many, many options. Real estate is just amazing, amazing. So if you guys have questions, I will keep up with these comments. Anything you want put in here, I will answer them, or you can directly reach me. Of course, you've got my information on here. Have an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you guys next week.